in action. It shows him shooting at people at point-blank range on the island of Utoya. Scattered around him are the bodies of his victims. We must point out that we can't independently verify this image, but it comes from Norway's state television. Al Jazeera's Harry Smith reports now on the latest events from Oslo.
In normal times, this would be a busy city centre full of friendly chatter. This was the only sound in the heart of Norway's capital on Saturday afternoon. The damage from the bomb, which shattered the city on Friday, stretched several blocks from the government offices, which appear to have been the main target. But as they gazed at the remains of their business in ruins, the people of Oslo know a far greater tragedy has shattered this country.
This is a problem for the shop, all the shop of the center here, but I think about all the children who was killed. This is all the parents and all. This is very, very sorry for all this.
It was hours after the Oslo blast that news came of the shootings on the island of Utoya. The gunman, dressed as a policeman, burst into the campsite where young supporters of the ruling Labour Party were spending the week waiting to be addressed by the country's Prime Minister. The Prime Minister spoke of the need for the country to come together in the face of such a tragedy.
I think the responsibility of me as Prime Minister and the rest of the government is to be present, is to convey to the Norwegian people the solidarity, the very strong human feelings we all feel.
Some of the youngsters tried to escape by swimming to the nearby shore. The gunman fired at them while they were in the water, picking them off one by one.
He had a bag with many weapons and such an ammo. He had a lot of ammo, yeah.
He looked like a police officer. He had all the clothes and the gun and everything. Mm-hmm. But like the police in Norway, they don't use guns, so it was
terrifying.
Yeah.
We were like gathered in the beginning, and he came and started to shoot, and we all thought it was a joke.
The man who's been charged with the attacks has been named locally as 32-year-old Behring Breivik, who has contacts with right-wing groups. His motives for such a devastating attack have baffled those who've studied right-wing extremists in Norway. How much of a shock is it to people in Norway that this was an attack carried out by one of their own?
It's a huge shock. I think we all thought that right-wing extremism was something that was largely under control. We had glimpses of it back in the 1980s. The last action was against a mosque in Oslo in 1988, where nobody were seriously injured and nobody were killed. And the main attention, of course, in recent years has been against international Islamist extremism, not against homebred right-wing extremism.
As they begin to clear up the debris, the people of Oslo say it'll be a long time before they get over the shock of what's happened here. For the families of those who died, it could be generations before they recover from the tragedy that has hit Norway. Harry Smith, Al Jazeera, Oslo.